Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. With it being Friday once again, that means it's time for another weekly beauty chit chat. And if you're new around here, this is a long-running series on my channel where I just gather up all of the fun, frivolous, completely unnecessary beauty products that I was personally loving or obsessing about over the course of the past week. So makeup, hair care, body care, skin care, perfume, all of those fun things that a lot of us like to play with, but that absolutely are not necessities, obviously. So per usual, I have a fun little lineup of items from this past week. As always, I will list and link everything in the description box right below this video. If you'd like to purchase any of these items, read up other people's reviews, or look at in-depth ingredient information, check out the description box. It's usually a plethora of information. But yeah, hope you guys had a good week. I had an okay week. So my kid was sick last week with the flu, which then led to a sinus and ear infection for her. My kid was in rough shape. Poor Stella, she was really struggling. She finally got better on Sunday, and I kind of started to notice on actually Saturday, because I was taking care of her all last week, that I kind of started feeling just a little off. Now over the course of this week, sorry about the plane here, but yeah, over the course of this week, I have just had a sore throat. I've just kind of felt a little headachy, but it hasn't really progressed to anything else. So fingers crossed that I'm good to go and this is just gonna pass me by, because this flu that's going around right now, just based on what I saw, what it did to Stella, I was like, I really don't want to get this. So anyway, wash your hands and stay away from sick people. All right, let's go ahead and dig into the favorites from this past week, and let's get started with perfume. So I have 3 different fragrances that I want to mention from this recent week here. The first is the Maison Louis Marie No. 14 Ailia. Now I have this in the travel size, obviously, and as you can see, I am almost done with this one. I will absolutely have to get this in the full size. This is definitely a beautiful, soft, just clean white floral. I adore this fragrance. I'll have the notes for it going across the screen here. I do have an in-depth review of this one. You can find that under my perfume reviews playlist on my main channel page. But yeah, this is an absolute stunner. I kind of feel like when it comes to home fragrance and personal fragrance that my love for florals is kind of starting to die down as we get closer to summer. I'm actually kind of in the mood for more fruity scents right now. Still in love with my vanilla gourmand scents, but yeah, I'm kind of starting to get away from the florals. But this one, this floral keeps sucking me back in. There's something really special about this one. It is a sweeter floral. I think that's probably why I am still enjoying it at this point in the spring. It's just a stunner of a scent. If you have never tried this one, it is absolutely worth seeking out. It's a real beauty, and I'm gonna do the full size of this one. I always try to start with travel sizes if they are available for any of the fragrances that I'm interested in testing out and reviewing here on my channel. But this was one where I immediately knew after like the first time of wearing this fragrance that I had to have the full size of it. It is a stunner. It's just a really special floral, I feel like. So anyway, let's keep going. The second fragrance that I want to mention, I just reviewed this week. Now it's currently sold out. This is the Zimaya Rom Diva. It's an absolutely beautiful bottle. After I filmed the video, I went ahead and emailed my contact at the company, and I asked when they were restocking this, and they said within the next couple of weeks, the Rom Diva will be back on their website. Listen, if you are a big fan of a really beautiful, perfumey, but also gourmand vanilla. You have to check this one out. It is such a stunner, you guys. This is a 3.4 ounce bottle of perfume that retails for, I think it's $39.99. It is under $40. The company also gave me a 15% discount code. You can use that on any of the fragrances. If this vanilla isn't something that you're interested in, check out some of their other scents. They have some other ones that I decided to pop into my cart. This is a fragrance house that I am very intrigued by, and I want to try more from them. They sent me this perfume for free, just so you guys are aware. But there is more from Zimaya that I want to try, so I'll probably place an order with them in May. If you love gourmands, they have some really delicious gourmands over there that I'll definitely be reviewing for you. So anyway, if you're interested, I'll have it linked down below, but it is sold out right now. It will be back, like I said, within the next 2 weeks here. So stay tuned if you're interested. By the way, some of you said that this Rom Diva is a dupe for the Kayali Vanilla 28. I have that one. So I decided to go ahead and smell them side by side. And I think I can see where people make the comparison between these two, but I do think they are different. I think they're probably different enough, at least in my eyes, to where I think it would be worth checking this one out, even if you have this one, or maybe this will be close enough to this, according to your nose, to where you can skip spending the $100+ on the Vanilla 28 and maybe go with the $40 Rom Diva, which, by the way, is, again, 3.4 ounces. And this one here is this the 1.7 ounce? I cannot, it's like, I can't even see it on the bottom of the bottle. I think this might be the 1.7 ounce. So anyway, way more perfume here for way less money. And again, I can see the comparison, but to me they are a little bit different. I feel like the Vanilla 28 doesn't really have the same like amber vibe to it that I get from the Rom Diva. I think I prefer the amber in here. It's just, they're both beautiful. Listen, they're both stunners. Certainly not getting rid of this, but yeah. Again, I can see the similarities, but I don't think they're exactly the same scent. But this could be a way more affordable option if you are willing to try it and see how your nose reacts to it. I'm telling you, they're both great, but this Rom Diva has, I think, a little bit more depth to it. It's almost a little bit more perfumey. Gourmand, definitely, but perfumey at the same time. They're both sweet. Just so you know, they're both sweet vanillas. If you don't like a sweet vanilla, don't get either of these fragrances. You're going to be disappointed. Now, one thing that I've really enjoyed pairing with this Rom Diva this week, and this is brand new to me. I just got this in and I shared it in my recent Ulta haul. This is the new Sniff body mist in Extra Whip. Have you seen these? Man, this is good. This is an amazing body spray in terms of the fragrance. But I think the best part about this is how long this lasts on the skin. This is a really long lasting body spray. Does it last all day? No, it's a body mist. But does it last a heck of a lot longer than the Bath & Body Works body sprays? Yes, hands down. Man, and this Extra Whip, I'm telling you, if you need a sweet, creamy, soft vanilla to act as a base for any of your vanilla perfumes, or even some of your florals, if you want to tone down the floral component and add a little bit more sweetness, try this Extra Whip. I'm going to formally review this and the Hazel Split, which I also ended up snagging, maybe next week or the following week. Hey Alf, how's it going? Aw, hi sweet man. cute, you guys. Anyway, I'll formally review these, but so far, I'm loving both. I think the only thing that's annoying is like the lid's kind of hard to get off. But man, the smell. This is chocolate hazelnut. There's like a tiny, tiny hint of banana in this one, I feel like. But it's mostly that like creamy milk chocolate hazelnut concoction. It's Nutella. This is Nutella. Oh, I love it. Anyway, did I pick up the Sniff Hotcakes Eau de Toilette that is a part of this whole collection, this breakfast collection, if you will? No, I didn't, because it has maple in it. And even though other people said that they couldn't really detect the maple, I could smell the maple. So I actually bought these to purposely pair with their Sniff Creme Couture fragrance. That's actually why I didn't pick up the berry body spray, because the Creme Couture has quite a bit of berry in it already. So now, have I tried that combination yet? No, I haven't. I need to try that maybe over the course of this next week into this weekend into next week. And then I'll be able to report back when I share my formal review of this. But listen, those are really great body sprays. And if you're looking for a longer lasting body spray, honestly can't say enough good things about either of those two there. All right, next, let's move on to skincare. In terms of skincare, I want to mention 4 different things. The first is that I started testing out a new sunscreen for my 2025 sunscreen review series. I love doing this every single year. I am a big proponent of wearing SPF. I have a family history of melanoma on my biological dad's side of the family. So yeah, I am very proactive about protecting my skin as an adult. I did not protect my skin when I was a teenager or when I was in my 20s. I tried to get as tan as humanly possible, and you know, kind of paying the price for that now with all of that accumulated sun damage. But at this point, going forward, I am protecting my skin. So the Vacation Shake SPF 50 Mineral Milk Broad Spectrum SPF 50 sunscreen is the one that I'm currently testing out. And I gotta tell you, I really like this. It's a very different texture from a lot of the other sunscreens that I usually review. This is very liquidy. In fact, when you shake it, oh, there's my other dog. You guys, it's Dog Central in here today. To what do I owe the honor, guys? How you doing, Penny? Oh my goodness. You'll probably start hearing some snorts now. This is what it's like owning a pug. There's just constant noise. They're very noisy little animals, but I love them. Anyway, great so far in terms of how this wears underneath my makeup. Now, my skin isn't quite as oily as it was last year around this time, but I still think that this would also be a really great option for the oily skinned girlies out there. But I will be reviewing it this year for more of a normal combination skin type, so it's kind of interesting. I'm almost tempted to re-review some of the other SPFs that I tested last year and let you guys know if anything has changed in terms of if these SPFs that were once really good for my oily skin are still just as good now that my skin has changed pretty drastically. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. But this is a zinc oxide, so it is a mineral SPF. That still tends to be my favorite, and so far so good with this one. I really like the milky texture. It's very liquidy, like I said. I mean, it just comes pouring out of there. Like, it is definitely, there's not a lot of viscosity here, but it spreads really nicely. It doesn't leave a white cast. So I'm gonna use it for another week or so, and then I'll do my formal review. But just thought I'd let you guys know, so far so good. I will say, it does have a scent to it. It's kind of like almost like a clean, fresh cucumber type of fragrance. I don't think it's offensive, but if you are against fragrance in skincare, don't get this. You're gonna hate it. Just wanna be very upfront about that. Okay, in terms of a cleanser that I have been loving that I really kind of see myself for purchasing after I finish it, this is the Skin 1004. I love this skincare line. I'm telling you, if you are looking for an affordable skincare line with incredible products that are crazy effective, check out this Korean skincare line. They are so good. So this is the Madagascar Centella Ampule Foam. So this comes out in this really kind of interesting thick texture, and then it develops into this really nice creamy lather on your skin. You can tell that it's really breaking down any remaining dirt, oil, bacteria that you might have left over from your first cleanse. It just really gets deep down into those pores and it completely clears them out. But it doesn't leave your skin feeling overly tight and dry afterwards. Like, my skin still feels like it is nicely balanced. I definitely apply a moisturizer afterwards, but I don't feel like it's drying on my skin, if that makes sense. If you're looking for a pretty darn good affordable cleanser where a little bit goes a long way, this is worth checking out. Skin 1004 did show up at Ulta. They don't have a huge selection and they don't always have the best prices, but I will link this where I'll link it at Ulta just in case that's easiest for you, but I'll also link it where it currently has the best price as well. Anyway, that's great. And then another Skin 1004 product that I have honestly fallen in love with. I think this one is also available at Ulta, but I'll double check that. This was one of the things that came in one of the bundles that I purchased from Skin 1004. And it was one of those items where I was like, I don't think I really need or want that, but it's in the package anyway. If I don't like it, or if I don't feel like using it on my face, I'll just use it, I don't know, on my arms or my legs or something. Figured whatever. But it turns out I love this on my face and I love it on my neck. This is so soothing. Did I tell you what this is? It's their soothing cream, but it has a gel-like texture to it. It's not a cream texture. This is a gel, and it very, very, very quickly absorbs into the skin, and it immediately does soothe any irritation on the skin, but it also seems to take away a lot of redness. I really have been loving this both in the morning and at night. With it saying cream, I would normally avoid that like the plague for daytime use, just because of, you know, my years of being crazy oily growing up. But now I can use this as almost a lightweight moisturizer. Like, it really doesn't sit on top of the skin. It does absorb and it provides a nice surge of soothing hydration. This is worth checking out, I'm telling you. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is how it's going with, in terms of skincare, how it's going with the Alloy M4 cream, which I have been using now for several weeks. I am doing an in-depth review of this one in the next couple of weeks here. I really didn't think that incorporating an estrogen or estriol type cream would make much of a difference in my skin, right? I always assumed that things like my tretinoin and, you know, my aggressive use of niacinamide was really what got my skin to its best possible place. But I'm telling you, I think adding this cream in has made a big difference for me. The estriol, I think, is helping to lessen the look of the fine lines that are starting to develop around my eye area. But I think where I'm seeing the biggest difference, you guys, is how my pores look. I've been really proud of where I've gotten my pores as someone who was just born with, I don't know, kind of a crappy lot in life when it comes to pore size. Like, my pores are enormous, but I've been working diligently for years with tretinoin, with niacinamide, to really get them looking their best. I always make sure that I use BHA to keep those pores as clear as possible, keep all the gunk out of there. But this estriol cream has helped to continue to reduce the look of my pores. Now, does it still look like I have pores on my face? Yes. They're never going to go away completely. Also, it is normal to have pores. I just didn't like how large my pores were to begin with when I first started my skincare journey. I thought there could be some improvement there. And yes, after, you know, diligent use of a solid skincare routine that was designed to work for my skin type, I definitely improved the look of those pores. But adding this has been making a difference, you guys. If you are someone who feels like you've reached a plateau with your current skincare routine, especially if you are of an age where your estrogen is just naturally tanking on you. I'm 46. My estrogen started tanking a while ago, which is why I fought so hard to get on HRT. I really think that incorporating the estrogen in terms of replacing or just kind of leveling out, if you will, what I currently have left in my system here, naturally, by supplementation, of course, and then also incorporating this cream here, I'm telling you, it's making a difference in my skin, and I'm really, really impressed. They did send me this, just so you guys are aware, they did send me this first bottle, but any subsequent bottles I will have to purchase myself. So anyway, I am intrigued enough at this point to continue my prescription on. So like I said, I'm gonna give you guys some more in-depth thoughts here in the coming weeks, but I just wanted to update you. This is worth looking into. I'll have it linked down below. Look into it, at least read up about the benefits of estriol cream for the face, especially if you are a woman, like I said, whose natural estrogen is starting to kind of tank on you. Incorporating something like this might help you manage that aggressive aging that really kind of comes at you hard once your natural hormones start to be depleted when the time comes. So anyway, really enjoying that product, and I would encourage you to, again, read up about the benefits of estriol cream. Okay, next, let's go ahead and talk about a hair care product, and then we'll do makeup, and then we're all done. Okay, I only have a couple of things to share in terms of hair care items from this past week. The first is the Biolage Full Rescue Restorative Mask. This is a fortifying concentrate with rosemary oil as well as niacinamide, and this new full rescue line, because this is a new line for Biolage. This is specifically for breaking or falling hair. Now, right now, I'm kind of in a good spot when it comes to my hair because I'm not really experiencing any hair loss. I did about a year and so ago. It turns out I was severely anemic and my hair was falling out, and I was like, what the hell is happening? Went to the doctor, and she was like, yeah, you have like 0 iron in your system. You got to work on that. So I didn't have 0 iron, but my iron levels were extremely low, and my iron storage was also like almost completely depleted. So I had to build everything back up, and since doing that, my hair hasn't been falling out. Listen, if you are struggling with hair loss, you need to go talk to your doctor because you might not know what's causing it. I thought I was losing my hair because of my hormones and stress. I was going through a pretty stressful time during that period. But no, it turns out that I was severely anemic. So figure out what's going on so that you can fix the underlying issue. But anyway, sorry. Thanks for coming to that TED Talk. But listen, I really like this product. It rinses very cleanly out of my hair. It allows the comb to glide through my hair like nobody's business. Because I have really fine, thin hair, it does tend to get pretty tangled when I am showering. But this not only hydrated my hair really well, but it really did help when it comes to detangling everything after the shower. It's a great product. Now, have I noticed anything quite yet? No. Like I said, I don't have a ton of damage to my hair, but I figure as someone who has fine, thin hair that can be prone to breakage if I'm not gentle with it, might be a good idea to try a line like this just to, you know, protect my hair a little bit more. So I'm gonna keep using it. I also have the spray that was released with this line. There's a shampoo, there's a conditioner, there's like a whole line for this, you know, new range there. I didn't get the shampoo and the conditioner, but I figured it might be good to start with the hair mask as well as the leave-in treatment that they have. So I will continue to update you guys on this. So far, so good. And it also smells like $1,000,000. Listen, it's got that Biolage spa zen type fragrance. It's really good. Okay, the second thing I want to mention is I bought another hair bonnet. So I had bought one from Amazon last year or the year before, and it disappeared. It disappeared because Stella stole it. So I just let her keep that one, and I thought I would pick this one up from Chit. And I really have enjoyed wearing this at night. So I don't wear it every single night. I probably should. But I specifically bought it for the, when I wash my hair and then I don't wash it the following day. Listen, this is all still new to me in terms of being able to alternate days when it comes to hair washing. My scalp used to be so oily that I would have to wash my hair every single day. But since getting on hormone replacement therapy, it has, I don't know why, but it slowed my oil production. I'm not gonna question it. I'm pretty pleased with it, so I'm not gonna complain. But I do think that second day hair is, sometimes it can look a little bit more frizzy at the ends for me. And I sleep like a crazy person. Craig tells me this, like I flip, I flop, I am all over the place. And when I wake up in the morning, my hair is like, it's everywhere. So I've been putting this on when I am wanting to do that second day hair situation. It stays put all night long. It's got this, you know, little strap at the end here. And I wake up and my hair is so much smoother looking. There are no tangles to try to brush through. This is pretty genius. Now, this is just a satin material. It's not silk or anything like that. The last one that I had was also satin. But yeah, this is an easy thing that you can wear to have your second or third or fourth day hair, I think, look a little bit better. Craig thought I looked insane, but Craig can get over it. He was like, are you wearing that to bed? Yes, and you can deal. He really doesn't actually care, but I can tell that he was like, oh, so many things have changed since we first got together. And I'm like, yes, they have. Yes, they have. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish off this week by just chit-chatting about a couple of makeup items that I was using. Okay, just a couple of items to mention in terms of makeup. Just two items that I was using in terms of creating my eyeshadow looks this week. So the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the Neutrals palette, was my palette of choice. So I was using this to do some crease work. This is an all matte, really creamy, really pigmented eyeshadow palette. If you don't own this one and you've always kind of wondered if it's worth investing in, I think it's worth investing in. I put off buying this one for a very long time, but I really do enjoy so many of these colors here. This has seen quite a bit of use from me. I obviously haven't hit pan on any of these, but I have tried all but one of these colors, and given that I have gray hair, it's kind of funny, but I haven't touched this gray color at all. I actually wonder if that would be a good brow shade for me. It's kind of a nice gray. It's just really pigmented though. I wonder if it would be maybe too dark. Anyway, I'll play around with it. But yeah, the gray is the only shade that I haven't used in here. I've used every single one of these other shades. This black is especially lovely in terms of using it as an eyeliner. I just use a pencil brush and smudge it along my lash line, and it is so pigmented. Very, very like carbon black type color payoff there. I like that. But it's also kind of easy to blend out if you want to do that as well. So anyway, if you have always wondered about this palette, I can tell you that I've gotten a heck of a lot of use out of it, and it's definitely staying in my collection, that's for sure. I am gonna be traveling a little bit this summer, and this is the palette that I plan on taking with me. I think I'm also gonna be taking this. You guys, I love this Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in the shade Oyster Pearl. I was reaching for it again this week. I also have the chocolate bronze, is that what it's called? I have the champagne and the chocolate bronze. Now I reach for the Oyster Pearl way more frequently. This is such a beautiful, universal, I guess bronzy taupe type shade. Do you guys, oh, I did reach the bottom. Oh my gosh, I can see daylight through the bottom. Look at that. That is how much I love this product. I have used the heck out of this. I love this one. I'm telling you, if you are looking at any of these Eyes to Mesmerize cream shadows, they stay put, they do not crease, they are crazy vibrant. The shimmer is so beautiful. They're easy to apply, they're easy to blend. I just love them. The only shade that I had to return was the Pillow Talk. I really wanted that Pillow Talk to look good on me, but it kind of made me look like I had pink eye. Maybe if you have a different eye color, I bet if you have big, beautiful brown eyes, that Pillow Talk would be stunning on you. But like I said, with my lighter colored eyes, it really made it look like I had pink eye. So the Pillow Talk is a no-go for me. I love the lip products in the shade Pillow Talk, but on the eyes, big pass. But I'm telling you, if you've never tried a cream shadow and you're a little nervous about it, maybe you're afraid of creasing or something like that, this has never done that on me. Now, I do apply all of my eyeshadows over a base. Right now, I am using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, just the boring original one. It's working pretty good. But yeah, so this combination here, combined with this for some crease work, this has been my eye look for the week, and I've been very pleased. Very neutral, just easy, just polished and pretty. So, all right, you guys, that's everything that I have for you this week. Don't forget to let me know what you are loving in the comments down below. I always love reading up about what you guys are using and what you're currently obsessed with, so let me know. Have a great rest of your weekend. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.